Hi guys, welcome to my channel. You are watching Lady J Tarot, and today we are going to do a reading on Love Island. Love Island. So there's a lot of discourse going around all over the internet about the latest Love Island cast with Nicolandria, Amaya and Brian, Clarke and Taylor, Shelly and Ace, Iris and Pepe, and I just wanted to do something really fun and do a little overview to see if their couplehood is really real or is it fake. A lot of people are like, some people are like they buy the couple and some people don't. They think it's for PR. And so I just want to look into that for the fans, right? So yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. All right, let's ask about the most famous couple right now, which is Nick and Nicolandria, also known as Nicolandria. I have been seeing some people are like, Nick is kind of shady. Alondra needs to watch out the way he did Sierra, the way he kind of stays on the fence about everything. They think that he's just PRing. Same thing with Alondria to some degree. So, you know, maybe some people feel like she just is going along with him because he likes her, but she doesn't like him. She's still looking for Taylor. We're going to look into that. We're going to look to see if she still likes Taylor. We're going to look to see if Taylor actually didn't find Alondria attractive. Let's look into all of that. Let's just get everything out on the table, okay? So let's talk about Nicolandria. Okay, what's the current status of Nicolandria? Nick and Alondria. Oh my God. Hanged Woman came out. 10 of Cups, happy. Fate's card comes out. The Sun card reverse. 2 of Cups reverse comes out. Judgment card. Okay, I'm gonna stop there, but I'm gonna spread this out to see if I can get a clear answer. What I'm gonna say is that there's a level of like fakeness to this relationship. They're not as like solid as they actually portray themselves. There's a level of like, I think they are interested in each other, but it's not as strong as what the fans think it is. And ultimately, I kind of feel like that's going to be exposed over time, that they're not as strong as the fans want them to be. So like, there's some people that they're very external when it comes to validation, and like one of the things you have to be worried about when you're an externally validated person is that sometimes you are only dating somebody because other people are like rooting you on, because you get a lot of validation from that. And then like excessive validation from the crowd, it kind of like blocks your perception of if you actually like really like this person, because everybody else thinks you guys are great. So like they might be eating up the edits and stuff and falling in love with the validation of the crowd more so than they are with each other. And I mean, they're young, so that is something normal that happens to young people until they get older, and then they learn how to like internally validate. So it's like the cards are telling them to internally validate how they feel about each other and not be so persuaded by the fans, because you might find out that you don't really like, there's a sense in the back of their head, both Nick and Alondria, that like they do feel some type of way about the Sierra situation. They do feel like this wasn't right to some degree, but they're like trying to like, I guess because the fans are so much towards them that they kind of like pushed it down, but they kind of do feel a little weird about it. And so I'm gonna ask about Nick and Sierra and see if he still has feelings for her secretively. Okay, can you tell me how does Nick feel about Sierra? Okay. I think he does like Alondra better than her. even though, yeah, ultimately, it looks like it's giving PR, honestly, guys. In terms of opportunities and stuff like that, I feel like he just feels like he's in a better position now. Like, he made it into the industry a little bit further. His coins are more stable. I just feel like he feels like he's in a better position than if he was to be with her. So it's like there's no benefit of being with her. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he prefers it with Nicolandria, and I feel like he probably feels like he has a better connection with Nicolandria too. But it's like, honestly, guys, I see more like opportunity. Like, this is a better fit for where I'm going, where I want to go. Yeah, grass is greener on the other side for him. So no, he doesn't want her back. Okay, let's move on to Brian and Amaya. Okay, Brian and Amaya. A lot of people are saying that their relationship is not real. They think it's fake. So let's see. What's the status of Brian and Amaya's relationship right now after Love Island? 7 of Swords. Some type of deceit and finding out about some type of deceit that happened. New beginnings. 4 of Wands reverse. I don't think they're together. I really don't. I don't think they're together at all. So there's some type of betrayal that happened that I don't think he or she is never going to come back from. So that that's done. That kind of changed the relationship. They're kind of like being on the fence about it in terms of the solidity of their relationship, right? But Queen of Wands energy, I guess that's Amaya. It could be Amaya, it could be Brian, but like I'm kind of leaning Amaya, and I feel like for her to have a Queen of Wands energy, it's like it's only a matter of time before she exposes or she tries to tear Brian down. It's only a matter of time, y'all. I don't think they're together. Can you tell me the status of Shelly and Ace? How are they? What kind of relationship do they have? Queen of Swords. 9 of Pentacles reverse. So that's kind of a spoiled brat energy. Spoiled brat energy. 6 of Wands reverse. Not being the crowd's favorite. I personally can't believe that people don't like them. So this is... It's more about the judgment, y'all. The judgment that they're getting from the fans is taking a toll. There's a level of immaturity in this relationship. I feel like maybe on both sides. And spoiled brat energy. And I know that Chelley's like significantly older than him. I don't know how significant. Maybe a couple. How old is she? I don't remember. But I know Ace is like 24. So he's still young. And Shelly's a little older. I don't remember how old, but I think she's significantly older than him. I just feel like there's a level of like immaturity there on both sides. Because it don't matter how old you are, you can still be immature. I think that Love Island kind of did something bad for their brand, and like they didn't expect for it to do what it did to their brand. They feel kind of betrayed. Like when they came out of the villa, they feel very betrayed. Like, are you serious right now? I feel like they lost money. They lost their image. They lost more than they won. And I feel like maybe someone or both of them are behaving immaturely about it. And it could be due to age. It could be due to spoiled brat energy. But I think that's going to take a toll on their relationship in terms of like the immaturity and the way things are being handled. And again, I'm gonna say it's like an opposite side of the same coin for Nick and Alondria, but with Shelly and Ace, it's like you see, like with Nick and Alondria, the crowd is like pushing them together to the point where they can't determine do they like each other. You know what I'm saying? Because the crowd likes them more than they can even determine they like each other. And then you have the opposite side, which is Shelly and Ace, where you're kind of like it's kind of like the crowd is making you resent the person you're with, because it's like both of them are being seen as bad lights. So Shelly's being looked at as this immature, bratty, selfish girl, which she doesn't think she is, but she can't undo that, because it's like, I don't know, she's gonna have to come up with a way to like change the image that Love Island portrayed of her. And then like Ace is being shown as like a manipulative guy that's is a hater or something. I don't know, like an immature guy that thinks he can run everything, like, and he sees himself as a completely opposite. But both of them being with each other, because people have such negative views of both of them, it's like both of them bring each other's brand down. It's strange because it's like they lost value going on that show. Let's do Pepe and Iris. Can you tell me the status of Pepe and Iris and how they would be? What the heck? 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. I don't see them lasting. I feel like there's a feeling in that relationship where maybe someone feels like they're being taken advantage of monetarily or being abused financially, financial abuse. And I also feel like Ace of like the chemistry is going to die over time. Yeah, I don't think this is going to last either. A lot of these people are like, it's performance, and they're more caught up in the hype of caught up in the hype of Love Island. And when the hype dies down, that's when you're going to really find out if you like each other. And a lot of them are going to find out, nah, they're just trying to keep, it's almost like they're trying to keep that relationship alive so that they can keep the hype going for themselves. The last one I'm going to do is Taylor and Clarke. Some people hate Taylor and Clarke. Some people think that's the most solid couple that was there. And also Shelly and Ace. So let's see, what's the current status of Clarke and Taylor, and the future, what the future holds for them. 10 of Pentacles reverse. Family empire crumbling? Why do all of them have a bad This was the worst thing that could ever happen. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, the Fool card, Page of Swords. So what I got from these cards is that they're in a position where they're kind of feeling like the brand they want to build and everything they were planning in terms of building the empire, building something together, it's kind of like they're being blocked in the industry a little bit. I do feel like they are happy together, but I also feel like there's a level of which, like, they feel like, I'm going to say it, like, they think that Nicolandria has a lot to do with the reason why they're blocked in the industry and stuff like that. And I know that, like, her fans are probably going to be very excited and stuff like that. It's funny because I did ask, what did Taylor feel about Nicolandria in the house, in the Love Island house? And it was saying that he felt pressured to stay with her because everybody else liked her. I did also ask, does Nicolandria still like Taylor? And she feels like Taylor was like the ultimate manipulator and deceiver, and that like he totally misled her about how he felt about her. And so no, she doesn't have any feelings for him, and she really doesn't even trust him at all. So with that said, I kind of feel like everyone, I don't think it's just Taylor and Nick. I mean, I don't think it's just Taylor and Clarke, but I feel like they're the ones that are getting like the brunt of this thing. So they feel like Alondra is a Queen of Wands reverse, and they try to like be lighthearted about it and try to be silly and jokey about it and pretend that it doesn't affect them. But it does frustrate Taylor, I think, and I think he doesn't really know how to lead her or him and Clarke out of the situation. I think it gets him frustrated. He feels like there was a lot of miscommunication, and there's a lot of miscommunication online about who they are and what they are, and how they perceive them and stuff like that. And they believe it ties back to Alondra, and that their relationship has always been muddied because of Alondra. And Alondra has a way of getting validation. Like, she's very good. She's a person who needs validation. And in turn, like, she also gives validation because that's what feeds her, so that's what she feeds you with too. But in the same sense, she can also invalidate you. So the whole house loves her, but the whole house could hate you just because you fell out with her. Everybody will feel like they have to cater to her or look out for her because she did the same for them. And so there's this feeling, like, I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't want to be with her in that way. I think that Nick, he's better at it than Taylor, because Nick is a person that needs validation as well in some ways. So, like, getting the validation that Alondra is able to provide is good for him. He loves it. I don't know if he'll love it forever, but he loves it for now. For Taylor, it was a pressure. It was like, oh my gosh, like, everybody, she brings all these people to basically pressure. He almost feels like she uses the crowd to pressure people into doing what she wants. Like, this is how she power plays and manipulates the situation to her advantage, by pressuring you through crowds, through fans. So not even just fans, like through the crowd, like through the house, through people that she knows. Like, so they just don't know how to maneuver through it without making themselves look like they're nasty people, or like he's a bad guy or evil guy. And they just don't know how to deal with what Alondra put on them in some kind of ways. They kind of feel like she just like put a dent in their whole future, and they kind of feel like they have to walk on eggshells just to make sure that they don't piss off the crowd when it comes to Alondra. I do think they're probably the strongest couple and might last the longest. I do feel that way. But yeah, I almost feel like Love Island, like, kind of ruined these people's lives. I'm not gonna lie. This season ruined people's lives. This is like, it's giving like ritual energies, taking your energy type shit. Cause what? Sorry. What's gonna happen to Huda? Huda, Page of Cups, reverse. The top. Y'all. Girl, Huda, it looks like Huda is going to end up losing fans in the future. Yo, Love Island, for this cast in particular, it is going to ruin y'all lives. Dead ass. You would have had more love staying away from that show. What's going to happen to Jeremiah? Strength card. The Six of Cups. I don't like these cards. Like, I do not. Let me tell you something. Jeremiah, nothing bad, but nothing good either. It just, to me, it just shows that people, like, his like, it's just gonna die down. His fame, and it's almost like I feel like he's gonna lose his innocence. And like, this is the worst Love Island season. The fans were the worst this season, I think, and it pressured so many people. I also heard that Love Island in general, they have a history of doing really bad things to the staff. I mean, to the to the people who are there, this feels like dead ass. This feels very ritualistic. These poor innocent young people got brought into the place thinking that they were going to get something well, but really these people just sucked their energy, used them, and then threw them out in this bubble where they're basically gonna lose themselves in this crowd, whether it be for them or against them. And it's like the fame or the infamy of themselves is gonna be doing in for them. Like, what? I feel bad for these people. I feel so bad for these people. You all need to leave these people alone, or y'all need to balance out your energies and stop hating them so much or loving them so much, so they can have room to not be on your pedestal or be stepped on by you, because this is just a freaking show. And you guys, I noticed that so many people have taken it so personally, but it really is going to impact them spiritually, and it's almost like they're losing their innocence, their souls. It's like I see them losing their souls to this. They didn't know what they were getting themselves into, and in some ways I kind of feel like they're so resentful. I think about Ace and Chelley resentful as fuck. Nick and Nicolandria performative. They don't even know that they're performing, because they need so much validation that as long as the crowd continues to validate them, they will continue going. But they haven't really internally examined that they may not even really like each other like that. It's just kind of it's sometimes they like each other, sometimes it's whatever. It's not as deep as the fans think. But will they put it like that? Yeah, because they live for validation. This is sad. Damn. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post. Peace.